My sister is making a big deal out of my wife's service dog.
It's just a dog.
We, me, female, 22, him, male, live in a different state from my family. However, we often travel back to my home state for special family occasions, birthdays, and Christmas, for example. My wife is a 22-year-old military veteran, and when she discharged, it was medically. She has been diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, and depression, and this is talking about the wife, yes.
Okay, got it.
And has spent several stints in psychiatric hospitals, one for 4 months. She was prescribed an assistance service dog who we have trained under the supervision of a registered organization, and she, we'll call her Daisy, is formally qualified and papered. She goes pretty much wherever we go, including interstate flights, in the cabin of the plane, with my wife in an ambulance to hospital, and also was interned with her at a psychiatric unit. My family are all aware of this and mostly supportive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of need a dog for this.
Yeah. However, the last time we visited for my niece's 21st birthday, I was questioned by both my sister and my niece about whether Daisy was accompanying my wife to the party, which I responded that she was, as my wife really struggles in loud, crowded environments. There were about 80 people and loud music together in one room. My niece suggested several reasons why Daisy shouldn't go: loud music, balloons, lots of people, which I assured her Daisy was fine with, and they already know this, being very familiar with Daisy's very calm temperament. My sister then spoke to me after my niece and also said similar things, not outright saying it, but heavily suggesting it would be better if Daisy didn't attend. I just said if my wife feels she needs her, she will be attending. Sometimes my wife has been able to do small things without her, but never big events like parties. Even shopping centers and restaurants, Daisy comes with her. So yeah, if Daisy's not coming, then OP's wife's not coming.
Okay. Someone's got an allergy, or someone works for the pound, and anytime they see a dog, they do robotic movements to put a dog in a car and take it to the pound. That's like my only two things that I think is going on here.
One of those like animal control people in the movies where they're like always the villains.
Hey!
Like, we gotta get that dog. Hey, dog, get back here.
They got a comically large net with them wherever they go.
Do animal control people really just have large nets?
They have the sticks with the little push thing.
The little loopy thing.
The collar.
Oh, yeah. Fun fact, never ask anyone in animal control to give you a story about how their day's going.
Is it bad?
It's always bad.
Dang. Anyway, the party came and went. My wife had to take 4 Valium to cope, but managed to sit through the evening with Daisy by her side, at her feet, at a table. Is that worth it? And you have to take 4 Valium? Was she even enjoying it at that point?
Was she even there at that point?
Yeah. Like, does your wife need to come? Genuinely, for her sake.
Yeah.
Other people throughout the evening went over to talk to her, and most didn't even notice Daisy was there. Did your wife notice?
I was going to say, Daisy didn't know Daisy was there.
Yeah. Well, Daisy's the dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were both on it.
Maybe.
What the dog doing?
No, like bringing a service dog to super reasonable. Like that makes sense. But I think if you have to take 5 Valium or 4 Valium, it's like a kind of a sedative. It's like to calm your nerves.
So it's
most
kind of a
people would
sedative.
be loopy at one.
Yeah. It's pretty intense.
How's your mental state, girl?
So I'm just saying, like, if you can't handle the party, there's no shame in that. Just stay home.
Noted.
By the way, this comes from Kimbo Weason. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
I'm Carly.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. For myself, I'm used to my wife's conditions and knew that although she was struggling, she was coping and even enjoying talking to people at times. I danced the night away, periodically sitting down beside my wife and checking in. After the party was over, we had a few days at my sister's house, where the topic of her son's impending wedding came up. Again, I was asked by my sister if my wife would be taking Daisy. I again said yes, more than likely for the same reasons as the 21st. Lots of people, loud noises, crowded environment.
They're a combo, all right?
Again, it was inferred that the event wouldn't be suitable for Daisy. The tables were really crowded, lots of people, plus my sister suggested that if my wife didn't have Daisy, she would be able to get up and dance. This girl is not getting up and dancing if she's taking 4 Valium.
Oh, she's probably going to take 6 that day.
Also, this is her son's, okay, it's his sister's son's wedding.
Yeah, it's a package deal. anytime I've ever seen a trained service dog,
Yeah. You don't notice
they're
them.
chill.
They're
They're
so
just
chill.
It's like, oh, a dog that I
Yeah.
can't pet. It's
Can't
just
pet you.
that's the
It's
sad
working.
thing of seeing a service dog is you just can't
You
pet
can't
it.
pet them because they're working. Before my wife had her breakdown, she was not a dancer, and now with her anxiety, there's no way she'd be comfortable out on a dance floor. I was so taken aback. I didn't know how to respond. My wife heard my sister talking to me and suggested she only go to the ceremony and skip the reception to avoid my sister getting stressed out about her dog. My sister snapped.
Oh!
They're at the same venue. Then softened it with, of course we want you to come. Both my wife and I felt very uncomfortable and kept reassuring my sister Daisy would be fine, as she has been taught to sit under my wife's chair out of the way. It felt like the concerns raised weren't genuine concerns, but just a way to feel like Daisy was unwelcome. We flew back home not long after, and this is where I may be the a-hole. We woke up the next morning, and the first words out of my wife's mouth were, maybe I should just stay home for the wedding and you go by yourself so I don't stress your sister out by taking Daisy.
Yeah, that you could do that.
But also, it's not even like the sister's son's rule for his wedding. It's just the sister suggesting something, which doesn't seem like anyone else has brought up at all. So, it's taken such a long time for her to feel comfortable going out in public, and Daisy has been instrumental in that. Now my family were making her feel like she wasn't welcome with her assistance dog. I reassured her, but later in the day, I rang my sister and told her what my wife had said, and that perhaps more care could be taken to make sure my wife wasn't left feeling that her conditions were not considered. My sister just said, yes, and...
Oh.
Okay, a little improv moment. Very nice. To which I replied that she had been prescribed a dog for a reason. And without her dog, my wife would likely not go anywhere, like she used to.
I think we see what the problem is here.
I think that your sister just doesn't want her to come at all.
Yep.
My wife said, well, she was better last time she was down. She didn't take her everywhere. I explained that mental health goes up and down. Last time she was doing a bit better. However, she's just been sick and was put on medication that messed with her regular meds, and so it was only just coming out of that. Also, I reminded my sister the last time we didn't really go out apart from to a restaurant, to which Daisy also came. I just feel like I'm constantly trying to prove my wife's medical conditions. Even her PTSD has been questioned, as in my sister's words, she didn't go to Afghanistan.
Oh.
It's not the only way that you get PTSD. Actually, she was not in the war. How could she possibly have PTSD? She even had her best friend question me about it. I'm tempted to tell them some of my wife's horror stories, but I just kept it general so they don't get secondhand trauma. My sister also said that she had to think about other people, and I said, why? Does someone have a problem with Daisy attending? She said her son, my nephew, and his future wife had spoken to her about it. I said, well, I'll ring them then. Which she hastily replied, no, you can't. They spoke to me in confidence. Sounds like they didn't speak to you at all.
What?
I said, I just don't understand what you're trying to achieve. And she said, it's not just about you. I have to think of other people. I said, well, you wouldn't be asking Nona if she was bringing her wheelie walker. And she actually said, Nona might be in a wheelchair, so I'll have to put her at the end of the table. To which I snapped and said, yes, but you wouldn't tell her she's not allowed to bring her wheelchair. She replied, I didn't say you couldn't bring Daisy. I said back that it was disingenuous to pretend that your questions aren't designed to make us feel like she shouldn't be coming. She replied that she couldn't handle this stress I was causing her and said goodbye, then hung up.
Dude, I love the part where they got to the point. That was my favorite part.
It's like, why are we making up all these excuses about why Daisy can't come?
Yeah, let's stop beating around the bush here, please.
It's you. You don't like Daisy. For some weird reason, you don't like Daisy, and you're bringing in everyone else to throw under the bus.
You know what?
What?
I think this sister just likes to be stressed out about something.
Probably.
And found something.
Yeah, she's like, this is perfect.
Dude,
this is perfect.
We all know someone that just likes to be stressed out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If only people could understand what peace feels like,
Yeah.
they'd probably pursue it more.
Yeah.
Carly, have you found peace yet?
I found peace?
Yeah. Just like, I know how to find peace when I get home.
No.
Sophia?
No peace. Yeah, Jen, at times. Although, you know what? Last night, I'll tell it later. Okay, story. Had the worst night ever.
I think I know why.
I don't know. You probably do. I told you where I was going. I had a show.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Anyways,
Yeah, no.
I said Santa Barbara.
What? Why would I be in Santa Barbara?
I don't know. People go there sometimes.
Oh. No, I was here
All
at a
night?
show. Well, I wasn't here. It was in LA at a show that we were invited to perform in, my sketch group. And it was, we were good. We were good. That wasn't the issue. That show was dreadful.
Oh, boy. I'd love to hear more about this soon.
Update. 1, I am a woman. It's a same gender marriage, so I am not her husband, but her wife. We
I
already
called
knew
it.
that.
I knew
we already
that.
knew that.
I can spot 2 women in a story immediately.
2, her Valium is only 2 milligrams. She took 4 that night, which is 8 milligrams, which means she was nowhere near whacked out of her mind like some suggested.
Well, when you say 4 Valium.
Yeah, when you say 4 Valiums, what do you expect people to think?
Why don't they just give her a higher dose for a single
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, we need you to get medical here, OP.
Well, I mean, she might not just want like lower. She usually probably doesn't need 4 Valium. She has 5 milligram tablets as well, but prefers to titrate the dose herself in 2 milligram increments for precisely that reason. 3, yes, I was up and dancing the night away, and this does not make me a monster. It makes her a dancer. We rarely go out, and when we do, my wife loves seeing me enjoy myself and letting my hair down. As much of my life is in service to her and her conditions. She gets enjoyment from me having fun too. Plus, the dance floor was like 3 meters from where she was sitting, and I could see her watching me and smiling.
Oh, meters.
Yeah.
They're either in the UK or Australia.
Or they could be in Canada.
Canadians don't post. They're too nice.
They don't post on Reddit.
They don't.
Every Canadian has found peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've all reached nirvana. 4, please refrain from calling my sister nasty names. Yes, she is out of line here, but she and her kids are my only immediate family and are very important to me. Going no contact would hurt me as much as her. Anyway, for the update, I rang my nephew and asked him if he and his bride had a problem with Daisy accompanying my wife to their wedding, as my sister was suggesting they did.
Okay, we're getting right to
Nice.
it. Okay.
We don't need to beat around those bushes anymore.
Nope, we just need to shave them.
Oh, I said that while my sister hadn't directly said Daisy couldn't go, it was being heavily implied that she wasn't welcome. My nephew seemed kind of confused initially and didn't really answer the question other than to say he hadn't really thought about it.
No. He's under the influence as well.
Someone said my camera lens needs to be wiped. Or perhaps is it your screen?
Are we happy?
Riley says, "Oh, we
Can
happy."
you tell me if you actually saw a difference there?
I wondered then if he was being cagey, so I asked him for his total honesty, and he said that when he spoke to his mom, then he stopped and said, "Actually, Mom spoke to me." He also told her he hadn't thought about it. He then said he hadn't even asked his fiancée yet. I told him my anxiety was really high over this, and I just needed to know how he felt. And he said, "I guess I just assumed Daisy would be going with your wife as they're kind of a package deal." I got quite emotional hearing this. He told me not to worry, that everything must have been blown out of proportion, and so long as my wife was okay. He's always been a really caring kid, which is why I had my suspicions that my sister wasn't being totally honest. Anyway, we chatted some more. He told me to stop crying, otherwise he'd cry at work, and all his mates would laugh at him, which made me laugh. He said he'd ring his mom, so I guess crap is gonna hit the fan.
Yeah.
Oof.
Can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, "Well, I just assumed that's how you felt. I just kind of read your mind, and I knew that's how you felt." I have several stress-related conditions because of what I've been going through, keeping my wife alive, so I really struggle these days with anxiety. I have Manoka and have had a heart attack in the past from stress. Taxatubo.
You can do that?
Takastubo?
Oh,
Takastubo.
dude.
Takastubo.
Yeah, you can 100% have a heart attack from
A
stress.
stress-induced heart
Yeah.
attack?
Yeah, you put too much stress on your heart.
Yeah, and then it just says, "Whoop."
I
I've been
need to see
having-
a doctor.
You should. Always. I've been having really bad chest pains from this and stomach upset, so although I was tempted to tell my nephew not to call his mom, I need a resolution one way or another. The limbo is too difficult to manage, so I guess there will be another update. And there are some comments. Comment 1 says, "Thank you so much for your considerate reply and your service too. My wife is on medication that helps. It's taken a few years to get it right. And she sees a psychiatrist and psychologist every fortnight and is linked with other veteran services. She has also given up booze. She drinks 0% beers now, which she says are great, and she undertakes an exercise program. It's taken a long time and a ton of effort on her behalf to get to this point, and a lot of input and help from me. That's why I'm so protective of her. I know the heck she's been through to get to the point where she can even consider going to big events. Everyone else just thinks she's fine. I still see her nightmares at night, her sitting in the car, willing the courage to get out with Daisy at the shops, her anxiety rising in crowds, her bad days in the privacy at home, etc., etc. You know the story. I've tried to encourage her to link up with other veterans, but she finds some people too triggering. And we've had a couple of instances where vets have been inappropriate because they are unwell. She may consider it again, but right now she keeps her bubble small. Thank you for your kind words. I'm not the perfect partner all the time, but I do give it 100% effort. That's for sure. She deserves it, and so do you. My wife has had a seizure in the past from PTSD nightmares, but it was only once. My sister knows she's been hospitalized. She's seen her not be able to get out of bed for days with migraines, but it seems when my wife is functioning better, that is all forgotten. My wife is very good at hiding her illness too. Years of being in the military teaches you that. But I don't think it's specific to my wife. When I was in hospital with a perforated bowel, I felt that was minimized by my sister too. Unless it happened to her, she seems to struggle to empathize at times, but is very caring sometimes too. It's really confusing. My sister is a very complicated person. She has suffered the trauma of losing my mom like I did quite young, and her passing was quite horrific. My sister has very bad anxiety, and I guess that's where the extreme need for control comes from too. I have control issues too, although not to the same degree, and I work really hard on letting go. My sister seems to be getting worse, but she won't recognize the problem and won't get help. And no one, apart from me occasionally, stands up to her. My niece tries to, but it doesn't go well at all. And there is an update 2 months later.
I don't think your wife goes to this wedding. My prediction.
You think that she's just not going to. I was going to say, it seems like your nephew wants her to be there, and it's really just your sister who has a problem or some sort of issue with this.
Yeah, I'm still confused what her proposition is, what her concern is, what her, oh my gosh, this could happen is. Sister doesn't know how to empathize, Duchess says. That might be it.
It seems like everyone's got various different anxieties going on in the story. Like we have the sister who, clearly has some issue with the dog, but is not able to actually voice her true thoughts and feelings, and therefore just kind of throws other people under the bus. And then we have OP, who's getting anxious about this whole situation. And then you have OP's wife, who's also just in general has a lot of anxiety and is trying to find ways to cope with that. And then that's an issue for some people, I guess.
All right, I know what card you got to pull.
What?
Where she's like, she didn't even go to Afghanistan, blah, blah, blah. You just got to tell her one of the bad stories.
Yeah.
Throw it out there.
Yeah, this is what you went through. Could she have her dog now? Or, alternate idea, we put the dog in like a really cute little
human outfit,
like a little dress.
Okay.
And then we call it a day.
Make it look like a human. I like that. Okay. 2 options here, Carly. Which one you picking?
Dog in a trench coat.
Oh, it's a trench coat, and then you reveal the beautiful dress underneath. I like it.
Well, that's how we get him in.
Yeah.
And then once he's like made friends.
Oh, that's a third option. Yeah. He's a dog in a trench coat. That's the best one.
I think so, yeah.
He's got a dress on underneath, so don't worry.
Don't worry.
He's dressed for the wedding.
Update 2 months later. After I spoke to my nephew, my sister rang me pretty livid that I'd spoken to him.
Oh, no.
You already knew that she was, because OP brought it up to you.
I just wanted to know what the actual problem was.
I just wanted to lie to you, and then you called and fact-checked me?
Someone said, do we think it's a female on female thing rather than a dog thing? I doubt it, honestly.
It could be a part of it, but it doesn't seem like that, because OP hasn't even mentioned that at all, so it seems like that's not the issue.
Thought that for a second, but I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't
I haven't gotten
like
really any whiffs of it.
She said she never said Daisy couldn't come. I guess technically that's true, but that she didn't understand why Daisy was sometimes with my wife and sometimes not. And it was all too confusing for her, and could I explain it, etc., etc. We could have just done that. We could have just said, I don't quite understand what, Daisy's purpose is. Could you explain it to me?
Dude, people need EQ classes.
Yeah. Firstly, my wife and Daisy are together over 90% of the time. I think one time when we were visiting my sister, we popped down the local shops briefly and Daisy didn't come. We were out for half an hour tops, and my wife was having a good day. My sister then brought up a motorbike event that my wife had mentioned she might be going to later in the year, and said that obviously my wife wouldn't take Daisy, so how did I explain that? I said I didn't know about that, and I wasn't even sure my wife was going. When I spoke to my wife later on, she said she hadn't decided yet if she was going, as it was months away and she wouldn't know how she would feel. And that if she went, Daisy would be going, as they have support vehicles and she could travel on that while my wife was on the bike. Wait, like one of those little motorbikes with the little sidecars? I love that. Like in Aristocats when it's the two dogs.
See, and now dog in the sidecar in his trench coat with goggles on.
Brilliant. Obviously, my wife would only attempt this trip if she was in a good place, as riding a motorcycle long distance takes a lot of concentration and energy. At this stage, she thinks she's probably not going, but it's nice to dream. My sister said she never said anything about Afghanistan, promptly followed by, I know there's Iraq and Iran as well, also two places my wife hasn't been in the Navy either. So that didn't really help her case.
Aren't those all landlocked countries?
Yeah, I think the sister is trying to say, well, I wasn't saying that she couldn't just have trauma if she wasn't in Afghanistan. Like, I know Iran and Iraq are places. And he's like, well, that doesn't really matter because she wasn't in those places.
Okay, Iran, nope. Iran has some stuff.
Water.
Iraq has a little bit of water, a little bit, just like a little
Just
port.
a touch.
And we're in Afghanistan is landlocked. So
She's not going to the Navy there. Anyway, it was a whole lot of emotional justifying and defending her position, gaslighting, etc. It was exhausting and emotionally draining, and I was an anxious, crying mess by the end of it, trying to defend my wife's medically diagnosed conditions and her medically prescribed assistance dog, where in Australia, assistance dogs equals service dogs. My sister said the whole point was she just wanted to be able to discuss it, and that I was just like Auntie, someone she hates. So that was another punt in the guts. I finished up by saying I feel we have discussed it now and there was no need for further discussion.
And at this point, your nephew's cool with it.
Yeah.
Just say, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
You got
Too
problems,
bad.
whatever.
Tough nuts.
You're going to be difficult with this scenario. I'm going to do my own thing. I've realized recently you just got to do that.
Sometimes if there are literally no consequences, like she can't do anything other than throw a fit, then just do the thing. You know?
Yeah, you have to.
Since then, I've been very panicky, feeling like I won't have a family if we didn't get over this, like she'd turn her kids against me, misrepresent what I was saying, etc. So I kept calling, trying to have friendly, normal chats, trying to get back to a happy place. I was totally out of control and desperate to smooth things over. I ended up on medication just to cope with my anxiety. Sorry if this is all a bit scattered. I'm finding it hard to write about as I don't want to think about it and spiral. I'm better now. More in control, but it's been a couple of months getting there. Since the argument, we have been civil, but it's a weird vibe, like a big fat elephant sitting in the room. Today, I was having a conversation with her, and things were a little warmer, until she started talking about her uncle, who admittedly is a bit of a strange guy, and who she also hates, saying how dare he decide my niece, her daughter, has a problem with him. He has sent her a text message that she didn't reply to, so he wrote to me saying he didn't mean to upset her. He was just making assumptions. Then she started ranting about how this family has a real problem with that. People making assumptions about other people's intentions. What do you mean by that?
Did you look in the mirror when you said that?
Yeah, she's like, this family has a problem. They're always assuming.
I see a common denominator here.
Yeah, and then Opie's like, are you talking about me? And then she goes, are you assuming that?
Dude,
and you can't win.
This sister's hates half the people that are mentioned in this story.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she hates you too. Slightly. Dude, figure it out.
Which I knew was having a go at me and my wife, so I cut her off and said, I'd better let you go back to work, and said goodbye. My sister is never going to admit fault. She's always the victim. Everyone else is oversensitive or just plain wrong. And it's just so disappointing and maddening, but there's nothing to be done. It's either I stand up and we fight and she never talks to me again, or I just try to focus on her good points. She does have them, and ignore this behavior. Surely deep down she must feel bad, maybe. I can't imagine how she can possibly think her behavior is okay, but maybe she does. All I can do is have boundaries, but try to assert them gently and without too much conflict. By the way, I don't want to have conflict with you, so just listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Yeah, we have so many stories about ants and nibblings.
Nibblins. But there is a little bit left to this story. I think you are working yourself up over this whole situation when your sister's just kind of causing problems. But there's no actual problem. She can't get your wife kicked out of the wedding. She hasn't said don't come. So I think we just say she's been a little difficult and leave it at that.
Yeah, she's being very difficult. It's weird. I'm going to step away.
On a positive note, I spoke to my nephew again when I rang him for his birthday, and he brought it up again. I was going to leave it, and reassured me that he'd spoke to his fiancée, and both of them are happy to have Daisy there. And it's been all a big misunderstanding, and he didn't want his mom and I to fall out over this. He's such a good kid. Well, man, now. He also knows his mom very well, but like everyone, takes the path of least resistance. He even defended her, saying that he probably gave her the wrong impression. He didn't. He's just trying to take the responsibility off his mom, which is something he would do as he wants everyone to get along. I wish, just for once, she could see that sometimes her behavior is really hurtful and ease up on the judgment and controlling behavior. She never takes responsibility for her harsh words. Anyone have any ideas what makes someone behave this way? Because I'm stumped. Thanks for listening. I can't talk to anyone else.
I believe emotional manipulating people over the years and getting what you want creates people like this.
Yeah, I mean, it all leads up to it.
Because you
I
can
guess.
see the little slight things that she's doing
Yeah.
and how she's interacting with people. And I know for a fact she stresses the HE double hockey sticks out of her son.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, if I had a wedding plan with her, I'd rather cut my ears off, honestly.
I'm also wondering, I've been wondering this whole story, what is the age difference between OP and her sister? Because
4 years.
really?
Yeah,
They said that?
I'm assuming.
Well, at the beginning of the story, OP said she was 22.
That was her niece. Or I think her wife was 22 years in the military. That's my also. So I think they were 22 years in the military.
Me, female, 22, him, male.
Yeah, who's him? None of this makes sense. Who's 22?
Yeah, I was confused.
Who's to say? That is the end of that story, and we've got another one coming right up.
Back to your story time. What happened last night?
So basically, I'm in a sketch group. Who does that? Last night, so we had been asked by like a person that one of my friends in the sketch group
Greg knows.
Yeah, to like come be in their show. And we've done it once before where they host and then we come on the show and like a bunch of other groups, you know, improv or sketch groups come on.
Very LA.
Yeah, well, it's just the improv scene and sketch scene. So we had done it before, and last time I went, the hosts were honestly like, eh. But like the other groups were good, so it was fine. This time it was a blackout show, and that basically means that the sketches are very short, and then you like black out. So it's like more set up punchline. So like one of them last night was they were reenacting like the ghost scene with the guy like doing the whole thing over while she's playing with the pottery. And then they made the joke like, oh, we really shouldn't be playing with grandma's ashes. So it's just like really quick jokes.
How long is this? Like 2 minutes maybe?
No, probably even less than that, like a minute.
And you're only doing one?
We're doing 3. So everyone had 3 sketches and there's like a bunch of groups there. So we kind of pushed back against that and we're like, this is the sketch we're doing and it's a little bit longer. And they were like, you can't do that. And we're like, well, you either can't have us or this is what you're getting. So we have these 3 sketches that we're going to do and they're all kind of like connected to each other. And we get there and the host literally just the whole time, every time he does the introduction or like he does the little in-between bits between each of the sketches and stuff, is just talking about how depressing his life is. And just the whole time he's like, and this happened this year and like everyone's having a terrible year, right? And like last year was terrible and this year's probably going to be terrible. And, you know, my girlfriend and I broke up and this happened and I had a medical thing. And
Did he have sideburns?
No,
What was his name?
I don't remember.
Come on.
And the whole time it was just like one thing after another. And we're sitting there like, what is going on? And then we finally get to do our sketch. And the guy who's doing the tech is messing up everyone's sketches and everyone's cues. We literally feel like we're going crazy. And all of the people, like maybe 90% of the sketches that people are doing are not good. But everyone is laughing like crazy because the audience is basically just people who are performing with, you know, the exception of a couple friends who had shown up. But people are laughing like crazy. And I feel like I'm being gaslit into thinking that these things are funny. And they're not. And there was one sketch that I thought would have been funny, but there's a group of people that are just laughing so hard that it turns around and is no longer funny because I'm like, why are they laughing so hard? No, it's not that guy. It was just like so. No, Riley keeps showing me a picture of the same guy. It genuinely was just so dreadful. I have never left a show in my life because I think it's rude. I had to leave the show. The second that we finished our 3 sketches, I was like, I'm going insane. I need to get out of here. And it was like 11 o'clock by that time, and it wasn't over until 11:30. I was like, I need to get out of here. I'm going crazy. It was just trauma dump and bad. And we're never doing that again.
I've been to comedy shows where the guy just talks about how bad everything is. It's just like,
Yeah.
you want us to have pity for you? I don't know, give us something funnier to
It's like, it's
talk
not
about.
even funny. It's not funny. It's just bad. And we're also not even here to hear about that.
Right.
Mhm.
It's
We were
not
here
your
to
set,
perform.
dude.
No.
Yeah.
Like, he's hosting, but he's just supposed to, like, say some jokes in between. Get the crowd riled up. It was dreadful. But we've got another story, folks.
I resent my father's new girlfriend.
What'd she do?
My parents split up when I was 14 years old, and I'm 20 now. And things are still all over the place, mainly because of my dad and his new girlfriend. By the way, this comes from Cheap Bodybuilder 26. And if you want to submit your own stories, where do you go, Sophia?
Okay, Storytime. r/OK Storytime to be precise.
I'm Riley,
I'm Sophia.
I'm Carly.
and we're here to give good advice goofily. That's our job. We don't know that much. Your job, if you know anything, put it in the comments. We'll read it. And by the way, this comes from our subreddit that Sophia just mentioned. It's one of us. It's one of our own.
It's one of our own.
So if you're here, speak up, stand up. As OP says, here's some context. After they split up, my mom moved out, and my younger brother and I were with her most of the time. My dad was paying her rent through the family business, a car dealership, but because of the vid, it had closed down. So my mom had to move back in with us. Ugh. Those 2 years where my parents lived together were HE double hockey sticks. But we sold our family home in 2021. My mom bought a house while my dad rented. Less than a month into moving, my mom got a boyfriend. My dad was really pissed off about it. Shocker, he was being a hypocrite. He started dating someone around the same time as well. My parents knew this woman for years, as she was the sister of one of my dad's employees. As my mom didn't like her from the start, and she's usually right about her gut feeling. Although I wanted to form an opinion for myself, so I didn't listen to anything my mom said about her. Okay, so everyone's got boyfriend, girlfriends here in the families, and they're trying to make each other jealous.
Everyone doesn't like each other.
For the next 2 years, I barely saw this girlfriend of his. I had met her twice, while my mom's boyfriend was around all the time. It was hard for me to get used to her boyfriend as I was 16 at the time, but all fell into place. Now it's weird when he doesn't usually pop over. Meanwhile, the girlfriend was still a stranger. My parents' divorce was still going on in the background. Oh, there was a heavy debate on finances and pensions, and it was unbearable to see them happily talking one moment, then despising each other the next moment. After 2 years of my dad renting, he suddenly decided he was going to buy a house with his girlfriend, and that me, my brother, and her 2 daughters were going to live together
Whoa.
in a happy
No.
ceremony.
That's crazy. You can't just say, like, I know you've really never met her, but we're living together now.
Have you not seen Full House?
Yeah.
That worked out great.
Did they just move in together? No talk?
I don't know. There's just a first TV show that popped in my head with a lot of people living under the same roof.
But also, aren't they? They're all related.
Yeah.
Who says these people aren't all related?
We know they're not.
I would hope not. They're dating each
They're
other.
dating.
Okay, well, mom and dad aren't related. Okay, boyfriend, girlfriend's not related, but everyone else is somewhat related. Not everything has to be through blood, Sophia.
I thought you were about to get real Southern on us. Like Alabama Southern on us.
This could be a happy family.
It could be a happy family.
All right, if everyone puts their minds to it. Anyways, context about my father. He is an especially greedy and spiteful man. After losing his business, he refused to go back to work. He would just sell assets and begin dipping into the joint pension he had with my mom, stressing her out. Now he wanted to throw even more money at something without my parents being officially divorced. Their girlfriend's dad passed away around the same time in the house hunting, and I know my dad was secretly over the moon about this.
I'm sorry.
They could
What?
up the budget because of her inheritance.
I'm sorry. Your dad was secretly over the moon about his girlfriend's dad passing away?
Don't you know that he's a greedy man?
He was like, the money, you don't understand, OP. We're gonna be rich.
We got a modern day Mr. Krabs right here.
Yikes. Money, money, money.
He's extremely materialistic. A month before moving, I met her daughters. I babysat them for one night and didn't have much conversation with them. Then all of a sudden, we were in the same house. Things were simple at first. I was trying my best to get to know the girlfriend, ignoring all the things my mom warned me about. Over time, it slowly got worse. She's an absolute clean freak. If I have one glass in my room, it's a pigsty. Some clothes on the floor, it's a hazard. Some junk in my drawers, I'm unhygienic. May I just say, by the time I moved in with a stranger, I was an adult. I was 18 years old. I think she desperately wanted my relationship with my mother to be strained so she could be the mother who stepped up. Stepmom!
Stepmom, you can't step up like that. You have to earn respect, not just demand it.
Didn't work out at all. And that's when the cracks started to show. Unfortunately, my younger brother was easy to manipulate. My brother has finally started to realize what kind of person she is. Luckily, but over half a year ago, he was close to her. On Mother's Day, my dad and the girlfriend refused to give him any money to get my mom a present. So he ruffled around the cupboard and found an old card to give her. Unfortunately, it was not appropriate. I can't recall exactly what it said, but I know it was not the kind of card a son would give his mother on Mother's Day. Oh, that's so sad.
He just wants to give his mom a card. At that point, you just
Can he
gotta
not-
get some pencils.
And a paper.
Make your own. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You got paper, dude.
When he told the girlfriend how unhappy it made Mom, she found it hilarious, saying it really made her day.
Yikes.
Yep, this is these are evil parents.
Yeah. Not good people here.
If I entered the house and didn't say hello to her, she would throw a hissy fit to my dad. But she wouldn't be the one to greet me first ever. I have a lot of mental health issues, and my brain is most of the time foggy. Everyone knows by now that if I forget to greet you, it's not out of spite.
Those rules also make me so uncomfortable. I had an ex whose dad always was like, I have to be the first one that you say hi to, and I have to be the first person that you hug.
So weird. That's so
Like,
weird.
what is this power
very-
trip?
Feels very self-centered.
I hated it.
How about like when I get around to it?
Yeah. Maybe I don't want to hug you anymore.
Maybe I don't want to give you a hug.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Angie's house, like if her mom's there, I'll like say, hey, what's up? Or like, whoever's around, I'm not going to go hunt for him. Is that what he wanted you to do, was like go find him?
Like, he was typically in the same room, and I'd have to go into that room no matter where I was going and be like, hello, so-and-so. And then he wouldn't stand up. I just had to, like, awkwardly lean down and give him a hug.
Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no.
Yeah.
And if I didn't, it was, like, a whole to-do, like, a whole thing. And I was like,
I hate
I
that.
don't like this.
Yeah.
Hate that. Do not like
And
that.
Carly, you're usually a jolly person, so that must feel out of
Can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, Riley.
that must be out of character for you to not greet people.
What? I greet people.
Carly's the most jolliest person I know, guys.
See, the thing is, just because I don't smile a lot and have RBF, you make it sound like I'm a miserable human. I say
No.
hi to people.
She's always smiling. That's like her number one thing. Look at her now.
She's
She's having a hoot over there. It just feels weird that person would put that on you, even though you're the most jolly person I know. That's what I'm
I
trying
don't
to say.
know
Call
what
me
you're-
Santa Claus.
I
I don't
don't-
know where we're going with this, though.
It's like that person made you look like a mean person for not greeting him, but you're like the most jolly person I know
It was
that's
just
always
like a power
welcoming
play.
people.
It was a big power play.
If I wanted my partner at the time to come over, I had to ask her permission, not my dad's. I have 2 older brothers, and when they were living at home, they could bring friends and girlfriends over without ever asking. I know these issues sound minor, but they get worse.
Nor.
Oh, turns out she's been going through my drawers.
My drawers. Why are you going through my drawers?
Whenever I was out of the house, she would go through my room, clean it, then shame me about whatever she found to my dad.
Weird alerts. Get out of my room. I would be like, if I found out this stuff, I would not be living with my dad. I'd be asking
You'd be okay
my mom.
though. I went through all your stuff once. You'd be okay. There's not really that much to be.
I went
guilty
through
about.
all of your drawers.
Drawers under your bed, all those
I don't have a
cabinet
lot
stuff.
of stuff under my bed.
Riley knows. He checked.
I gave up going through your closet. You got too many sweaters in there.
Yeah, it's a lot of sweaters in there.
Okay, so that could be just some dirty clothes or some journal notes. One night she got really wasted and started complaining to my face about how my mom calling my dad a victim of her. In reality, it was more the other way around. I suppose she liked to paint a picture of my dad stepping up to a mistreater and leaving them. Some of that probably came from my dad, but I can't be sure. My mom left my dad. Fun fact, he once said to my mom that he was moving in with her for convenience. He would never admit that now, though. My dad has never cared for my mental health problems, but as soon as it comes to her anxiety, he coddles her. He tells me off for not being sensitive around her. I've had a rocky relationship with my dad for years. We fall out a few times a year and then don't see each other for months. She would shame me for this, saying, at least your dad is still alive. I got to a point where I wasn't even allowed to mention my mom in front of her. But as soon as she gets out of the house, my dad wants to start talking about my mom.
So that's weird. Is he like saying nice stuff or like he's just ranting about your mom?
I think ranting and
Seems like
what is
he's
she up to?
obsessed. Yeah,
What's
he's
her and
like,
her boyfriend doing?
What's your mom and her boyfriend doing?
Yeah,
They went out.
I think that's the vibe.
They have a nice time at dinner. What do you get her for her birthday? Did she like that necklace I got her that year?
All of the dad's movements that I'm seeing is just to create some kind of spite
Yeah.
for the mom.
Yeah.
It's not working. She's living her own life. She's moved on. So early October, I fall out with my dad again. I leave and go back to my mom's. Meanwhile, my mom has taken on my younger brother's full time so he can be in one place for his final year of school and study better. My mom works hard, but doesn't earn a lot of money. So she goes after my dad for child support, which I believe is entirely fair. My dad throws his toys out over this palm, and so does she. Pram was Pram.
It's like a stroller.
Producer.
Pretty sure it's just a stroller.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
just-
It is a
Sorry,
stroller.
yeah.
People have strollers nowadays like
I didn't know
this?
that if that was the context of it, but
it's
yeah,
like
it is a
it's a
word for a stroller.
Golly. British people and their prams
Could be
and,
Australian.
breakfast beans. Yeah, I'm talking about you, honeybee. Happy New Year.
She went to bed.
Oh, well, good. She'll watch this in the morning. A happy New Year, Lucy P, if you're there. Who's in the
Happy
New Year?
Yeah.
Okay. The girlfriend starts spouting absolute nonsense to him, saying that what my brother is doing to my dad is what my mom and I did to him. How everyone is so horrible to my dad. She even tells him, do you realize when your mom was pregnant with you, she didn't know if your dad was the father?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. She's just making things up now.
Fact checked with my mother. Not true. But what kind of person says that to a 15-year-old?
A crazy person. A person who's jealous of your mom and how obsessed your dad still seems to be about her.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she just wants to sow discord.
Do you like sowing Discord?
No.
Well, you can go to any other platform but Discord to listen to our favorite podcast. Just go to Apple, iHeartRadio, or not Discord, Spotify, and search up Storytime. We haven't figured out how to put the podcast on Discord yet.
But you can join our Discord.
Yeah, you could join our Discord.
Nah, don't do that.
Okay. Too complicated.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
But he also overheard her saying that she wanted to throw all of my things out and turn my bedroom into a playroom for her daughters. Woo-hoo. Yippee!
Literally evil stepmomming.
You're out. How do you want to be the mom that stepped up if you're trying to get rid of them?
You're trying to get rid of all your stepchildren. And they're not even your stepchildren yet.
Long story short, my dad and I are talking again barely, like the bareness of a bear's back.
What?
What?
Like the bareness of a bear's back.
What?
A bear's back is fuzzy.
Exactly. That's how often they're talking. It's not bare at
Talking
all.
a fuzzy amount?
No, it's because it's not very bare. And that's how often they're talking. It's as bare as a bear's back.
What if it's a shaved bear?
Well, then they're talking a lot. But this wasn't a shaved bear, was it? Did I put shaved bear as an adjective in this analogy?
If it's
bear
a
is a
shaved bear,
bear's
they're not
back.
talking a lot at all.
I said as bare as a bear's back.
Maybe as bare as a hairy bear's back.
Why do I have to? Can't we all assume that a bear is hairy?
Riley, you rage baited us too much. This is what you get.
It's as bare as a shaved-tailed Louie.
That's not what I was getting at. If they talked a lot, then yeah, sure. They just barely talk. Like a hairy bear's back.
Barely.
As bare as a hairy bear's back. Is that helpful? You like an adjective in that?
I would like that.
Anyways, I'm still not allowed over there. And that's because of her. Everyone in the family knows she hates me. Yet, he won't admit it. Mom was telling my eldest brother some of the things she's been doing. And his immediate response was, oh yeah, she hates Leah. It's supposed to be my dad's turn to have me at Christmas, but he said nothing. It really hurts how he puts so much effort into this woman and her girls and happily pushes me to the side whenever I mildly inconvenience him. Those girls will grow up not knowing the man he truly is. My dad and I were much better off when it was just him, me, and my little brother in that rented house.
Well, you know, we can't do much about it now. He's dating this girl, and she's stinky, and he's greedy.
Stinky in a mental abuse kind of way. She's a clean freak. She can't really be stinky.
That's true.
Unless you think the smell of Clorox is stinky, then yes, she is stinky.
I think the smell of her BS stinky. But anyway, that's the end of that story. But we've got comments.
Okay. These comments are from the video I Stole My Friend's Girlfriend. Now She Might Leave Me. Posted on July 15th of 2025. And what is the summary, Sophia?
TLDR from Story One says OP fell for his friend's ex-girlfriend after a holiday and they started dating. Now she's stuck between him and her ex, struggling with depression, sleeping over at the ex's place, and sending him love messages.
Oh!
I remember this one. OP loves her deeply, can't move on, and worries about her mental health while being trapped in an impossible situation. If you're curious to know the full story, you can go watch the full video.
Right here.
I do not remember this one.
You weren't here.
I was asking if either of you did.
She did. I remember this too. We gave you the summary. Where have you been?
Where have you been, Riley?
Riley's been in Rage Bait Town.
That wasn't even a rage bait to you. That was just me being like, have you listened to this one? I have.
Where have you been?
I didn't even ask
I
that.
heard you listen to the recap. I meant the OG part.
Well, we got
Anyway.
Wait, why did you
comments.
ask that then?
We've got some comments.
Kelsey 75. First story, the girl cheats on her boyfriend with me and then she wants to cheat on me with him. Well, duh. How you get them is how you lose them.
True.
At least how she's trying to lose you. I don't feel bad for OP, but I do think this girl needs to grow up and move on from these guys. What an immature group.
True that. Freaking true, man.
Cosmic Inkwell says, have you heard about the guy who made an AI girlfriend, but then ChatGPT maxed out the interactions and it completely reset?
Oh, he lost his
Ooh.
girlfriend?
Yeah, because
From a
like
reset?
what chat
That's
does is
tough.
it memorizes all the things you do.
That's tough.
And if you reset
man.
your account or anything like that, all gone. You have to start from scratch. It's sort of like going through a breakup.
Dang, it's like 50 First Dates, but with AI.
The next first prompt is just a recap.
Yeah, okay, recap.
Remember everything.
We said love each other.
Dingasbot, do you love me?
Dingasbot, do you love me?
Bumblebee Bee's Knees 5509 says, the description of the crying and running into the road and not remembering what happened after, to be honest, sounds like an autistic meltdown. Not that an allistic person couldn't have a similar experience, but it's often a blur after the fact.
No comments.
What do you want me to do, Riley? Do you want me to leave?
I was literally talking about that comment. Nothing about you, Carly.
Comment 4, Angela Jamie 5155 says, story 1, the three of them need to love themselves more. This is sad.
Yeah, get back with the ex. I don't know.
But that's the end of that story and the comments and the episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow. Wait! Don't leave yet! We have some bonus stories that we think you'll enjoy, so stay tuned for the next one.
My friends tried to destroy my girlfriend's image, so I chose her over them.
No one
Wow.
disrespects the image of my girlfriend.
I don't know.
What does that mean? Like,
He's
like
flipping the code.
is he like drawing a mustache on a picture, or is it like the image in the newspapers and the tabloids?
I don't know. I think it might be a whole systematic destruction of her public image. But let's find out. I asked an admin if I can post this one up again. Thank you, admin, as many didn't get around to reading it, and my messages kept asking about the situation, so here you go. This is a tough one, and it's quite long. But I want to let all my feelings out, and I'm quite comfortable in this subreddit. This post may anger some, and some people may think I'm right or wrong, but that's okay. I'll really appreciate your honesty. I, 22, have been with my girlfriend, who's also 22, for 4 years now, and it's been the greatest 4 years of my life, so they got together at 18.
Wow.
Putting that out there. She's the sweetest person I've ever met. She's hilarious, insanely creative. She's an artist, goofy, and just happens. And she's just the happiest girl you'll ever meet. She's always smiling and very outgoing, so she's energized, and I'll admit it's sometimes hard to catch up with all of her adventures, but wow, it's been so amazing being with her. By the way, this comes from user the throwaway buddy on the r/okstorytime subreddit. So, what, did you have something to add over there?
This just seems cute. They're like 18 to 22.
Nah, I like my girlfriend. She's nice. Oh, I've been with her for 4 years, and she's really cool.
I said
and
that
she
about
smells
my
like
first
sunshine.
girlfriend too.
Yeah, me too.
I think
There's
we all.
nothing that could go wrong.
I was
here.
gonna say, I think we all said this about our first girlfriend.
Man,
Okay.
to be wide-eyed and bushy-tailed about love again.
Where I'm not like deceitful about it. I'm like, yeah.
It's okay, Keon.
It's all
It's
right.
okay, Sam.
Well,
It's okay.
What's your way, Dakota?
Well,
It's
wait,
okay,
shout
yeah.
out
It's okay, Dakota.
Allie George being like, we were 17 and 19, almost 9 years now.
Dang!
Wow.
Aw,
Wowzers. All
I
right.
love
Be
love.
us.
So, to get into the story, my friends introduced me to her the summer we all graduated high school, and we immediately bonded. Oh, so it's post high school. I would have assumed they met in high school. We're both into comics,
Yes.
anime, Marvel and DC, Dungeons and Dragons. We've had so much in common, we just became super close very quickly.
Sounds like you're dating me.
Yeah, two little nerds in their nerdy little pods.
We love nerd pods.
Yeah, we could all date this person.
Yeah, dude.
We're all
introduce
big dorks. Anyway, so these two nerds had everything in common.
so in love. I hate it.
Which, by the way, I love that. The fact that we had so much in common made it easy for us to spend time together, going to conventions, anime events, game tournaments, superhero films. This all, of course, led us to officially becoming a couple, and the rest is history. I love how it's written like someone that just found out what a relationship is.
And I guess
They're like,
and we're done.
so we just spent all this time together and started dating, and it's crazy.
And now we'll date forever and ever and ever.
Yeah. Okay. My parents also are in love with her, which is honestly the cherry on top. It's nice to see my parents be so welcoming towards my girlfriend, although they've gotten a little protective towards her, like parents. LOL.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Tell me what's wrong.
There's got to be something wrong here. Right?
This is too perfect.
This is too perfect. Why am I reading this?
There will be besmirchment here.
I want besmirchment.
And
I
the
don't
friends will
want
besmirch the woman.
besmirchment.
I'm smiling
He's
too much.
picking the woman. Honestly, and I think that he's going to be in the right for picking the side of the girl. That's
Okay.
what I think.
They're just jealous. That's my conspiracy theory.
Let's
They're
see.
just too
Let's see.
jealous.
What?
I plan to propose to my girlfriend later this year. Wow. We always joke about getting married and having a weird geeky little wedding and starting a family. And I really want that so much. So proposing to her is my main goal for 2022. Fingers crossed she says yes. I really hope so.
This is a little old.
yeah.
Maybe they're already
Maybe
together.
they have
2
like a
years
little
into this
kid.
marriage.
Yeah, maybe they have like
Ezekiel
a-
says, "This is Reddit, damn it. Where's the drama?"
Here it
Also,
comes. It's coming.
shout out Ezekiel 23:19 through 20 for the latest Bible verse of all time. Did you guys know it? Did you guys remember what that
No,
is?
what is that?
Ezekiel,
We'll read it. We'll read it. Yeah.
in the
We'll
chat
read it.
again.
We'll
so
read it.
Dakota
We'll
can
read
know.
Ezekiel, we will read your verse soon.
It's fucking wild.
God damn it. Okay, now, this is where my friends come in. Here comes the drama.
Wow.
I have 3 close friends of mine, friends that I grew up with since elementary school. We all split up a few months after high school. They left to another city for college, so right now we all just either talk through Zoom chat or I go and visit them once a while. I decided to stay in the city that I'm in to be close to my family and my girlfriend. Nerd. Well, no, that's very cute. I just had to say that because it's a
too
joke.
cute.
It was a joke, and I had to say it because my brain is spoiled.
I mean, we're all really nerdy here, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
not Sam's. Look at Sam.
What?
You're too handsome.
Dude, I just started watching Star Wars. I'll have you know.
The fact that you just said
And
I
I'm
just
on
started watching. I have a
episode
Star Wars
5.
tattoo.
I'm on episode 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, low key, great movies.
Yeah. Great.
Low key, this man
This
says.
man's slapping me in the face
Low
continuously.
key.
I just started watching Star Wars.
from
really
episode
good.
1.
That's being like, yo, low key, water's wet.
I have 2 Star Wars tattoos actually. Come on.
Dude, I also like. This might be a controversial opinion, but I think episode
I'm
4
stopping you.
and 5 are better than 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
controversial
that's
at all.
not controversial. That's just
Yeah.
normal.
Wow, the fact that you're saying this with like, oh, you're so.
See,
you're
people
so
like
cute.
1, 2, and 3 because they're bad, except for 3. 3 is just
3
good.
is 3 is dank.
Yeah.
great.
But we like it because it's bad. Anyway, this nerd is staying in his family to be close to staying in his city to be close to his family and his girlfriend. Well, I told my friends that I plan to propose to my girlfriend and that I believe I'm 100% ready to start a family with her and how excited I am to see how it goes. They kept asking if it was serious, even calling me a little dummy boy.
No, this is so bad. Oh, Hannah just tipped $50. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah.
We're gonna read that in a
Thank
little
you.
bit.
Get back to the story. Get back to the story.
Okay. There's a lot in the story. I actually need to stay on it. I need to stay on it. I'm a story nerd now. Okay. They really were going at it with me quite roughly.
Oh. Stop. Keep going.
I just figured they hated the idea of marriage.
Keep reading.
I just figured that they hated the idea of marriage, so I ignored their comments. And that's when they told me the truth. And holy crap, the proof they had made it even worse. They have proof. What kind of proof? They all said that they met my girlfriend 8 years ago at midnight bowling. They met her through a friend of theirs that invited her that night. I don't know this other friend at all, so I can't say who it is. That's how they all met. They thought she was hot and cool, and they stayed in contact with her. After that, my friends still continued to hang out with my girlfriend, smoking the devil's lettuce, playing video games, anime, and of course, a spicy sleep.
Oh, wait. They were hooking up with his girlfriend while they were dating? Or this
They
before?
told me that they'll pass her around the group for fun. And that's practically why they were friends with her.
This sounds like teenage boy lying. I don't believe it.
They're just trying to be like, no, dude, don't marry your girlfriend. Oh, we've all done your girlfriend, dude. So you don't want to marry her and stay with the bros forever. They kept using the word sleut, which crawled into my skin in a very negative way. So pretty much, they just kept my girlfriend around for the spicy time. All three of my close friends have slept with her plenty of times.
Was this
apparently?
And this was before.
This is high school.
This is high school, and they met after high school. So
they met at 18.
This is
post high school,
and they're just telling this to him now after having dated for a while and saying, "Oh, I'm going to marry her."
I think so. I don't
believe it.
This is a news flash to him.
I don't believe it.
But so let's continue. This lasted a good portion of high school, but of course, I didn't know my girlfriend at this time because she attended another high school. They decided that they'll introduce her to me because they wanted to see if I could also get lucky. That it was all a joke to see if I could also end up having the spicy times with her. I didn't believe any of it, but my heart completely shattered when they showed proof from Instagram messages. It was nothing inappropriate like pics or anything. They just showed me that they all indeed kept in contact with her in the past.
Okay, that doesn't prove anything. That just shows that they were friends.
So there's no proof yet.
Yeah, that's just that's like saying like, see, Dakota and I have been texting. Obviously, we've been boning behind the pod.
Although I think it might be true. It could be false, but it also could be true.
Don't tell them their secrets, Dakota.
But also, at the end of the day, does it even really matter? That's a different conversation. So you know what they did? They made me the dumb guy and made all of this a joke. They said that I am a little dumb boy for dating her and that I should have known better. They didn't expect me to date her at all and that my girlfriend was going to act slutty afterwards to them, but they were surprised that she didn't. How the heck am I supposed to have known better? Friends introducing friends to a boy/girl is a normal thing, and that's how I interpreted all of this. Also, I had no idea about their history with my girlfriend, so them saying I should have known better is ridiculous. Also, I think the most important thing out of everything that we've just read right now is that they were like, she's going to come back to us, and she didn't. Because she found you, and she likes
just shows loyalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it shows that your friends are stupid idiots.
Yeah. I do not like these friends at all.
That's why I think they're just jealous. I think they're just making up. Hopefully it's a lie. Where like they're. Yeah.
I feel like they're lying.
It doesn't sound like a lie to me, and it's like whatever. Like it really even shouldn't even be like somebody's history in that context is pretty much irrelevant. Like in if you're talking about like the present day.
Yeah.
Like it really shouldn't matter. That's just my take.
And also, it was in high school.
Yeah, it's like who. Really? It's like, do we? And
are you really gonna?
Is that the only thing that you want receipts on? Don't you want receipts on how about every other aspect of her as a person?
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, like,
is that all we care about?
I think what matters is like, who is she in the relationship with you?
Exactly.
And it seems like it's perfect.
Yeah, and now your dumb boys are trying to be like, oh, joke's on you. We've all slept with your girlfriend. And it's like,
And also, they're gonna be like
what?
that. Maybe just like, don't be friends with them.
Yeah, it's. I think,
It sounds like they are going to maybe make you uncomfortable with being with your girlfriend, and it's like, they're the terrible people. Go be with the person that's actually been great to you for the last 4 years.
Exactly. You're already in a great situation.
Yeah.
Just cut all these people who are already not in your life that much. Just get rid of them.
Yeah.
So I didn't see my girlfriend as a sexual object like them. I
Wait,
saw.
really quick. Is there any? Should the girlfriend have told OP?
Did OP ask? That's the
No,
question
OP
right
never
there.
Asked. No, OP never asked.
I think if you don't ask, there's no reason to just bring it up.
I think I
It's
would.
when once you have the conversation.
If they're like in your friend
It's a
group,
back and
If
forth.
they're my friend, so like if I was dating a girl and there was a girl that
Wait. You mean the guy's telling him? Wait.
Well, so like if I was dating a girl and like there was a girl that I had hooked up with that was still in my friend circle, I would probably tell my girlfriend that, hey, like, just so you know,
there's a history.
there's a history there.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like that. I feel like that generally is like kind of like relationship. I think like that's you
I guess
usually
that's
give
normal,
relationship
but only if you had
context.
like an actual relationship with them, which
I don't think
doesn't sound like
I
that.
think not. I think even if you hooked up with them, I think it would be.
It just depends on the level of like.
It should be
You're in like an
it should be
actual
clear in the
relationship
air.
with
It'd be clear in the
somebody.
air, like, hey, yeah, like,
Yeah.
like,
like for
This
example,
It's like I don't want a list of every single person you've ever been with.
No,
like,
but it's in your
if they're
friend
around,
group. It's
so
your
like,
friend group,
yeah.
yeah.
So like, I was dating this girl, and she was like, "Hey, just so you know, like this guy that you met that's in my friend group, like we used to hook up." I'm like, "Oh, thanks for telling me." And like, I feel like saying that early prevents any situation like this from surprising someone.
I guess that's fair.
I think it's helpful. I think it's helpful if
Could
you're
be fair. She also might not be the proudest of that chapter of her life. So you know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
But I think it's still like I think if we're thinking about like what is the
They're
best
also, like,
way
18.
to
I agree
navigate
with you, yeah.
relationships, like if you're upfront about the relationship history of people within your life,
Yeah.
you're just gonna have less surprises and then higher chance of things going well.
No,
in
you're
the relationship.
you're totally right on that for sure. That's 100%. So, I did not see my girlfriend as a sexual object like them. I saw her as a friend that I ended up falling in love with. She treated me very kindly, comforted me whenever I was sad, and told me how much she loved me. We fell for each other. It was not just a despacio sleep. The only reason my friends told me this was because they think me getting married to her is too far. And so they expected me knowing the truth would lead to me dumping her. She's too much of a sleut, man. Just let her go. That's what one of my friends said. I just got off the chat, and they've been sending me nonstop texts ever since. I haven't replied. Good for you,
Good.
OP.
Yeah.
I don't feel like talking to my friends at the moment. I did peek at a few messages out of curiosity, and instead of apologies, I got a lot of, dude, get checked, bro. You might have caught something. And it wasn't even serious. It was in a jokey manner, which is annoying. I approached my girlfriend about this as politely as humanly possible, and I instantly regretted it. She broke down completely, which I'll kind of admit teared me up. I've never seen her panic so much. She was freaking out like somebody had died. She kept apologizing, telling me that she never slept with anyone else while with me, and saying that she didn't know about the joke that my friends were doing. She told me my friends simply invited her to hang out, and during the hangout, they introduced her to me. That's how it all went. She said she wasn't aware of a plan or anything. You probably think I'm a sleut, right? Is what she kept saying, which just hurt me to hear. She told me that she loved me and that to please just ignore my, quote, friends and to not break up with her. I just told her that I loved her as well and that what I know doesn't change my feelings towards her. Yes!
W response.
Yes!
Oh, I was hoping we would get to that.
Yes! I'm pumped up right now. Feel like I just won the championship. She still thinks that I'm going to break up with her. Which I won't ever do. Yes! I just kept her in my arms, and that's all I could do. I didn't want her panicking, so I just comforted her. I've been with this incredible girl for 4 years, created beautiful memories with her, and I'm not going to let what my friends have said to me ruin what I have with her. The reason why my girlfriend didn't tell me earlier was because she cherished our relationship the moment that we met. She didn't want to hurt me, and I completely understand. She says that I treated her kindly like a human being, and she appreciated that. We connected because of our similarities, and she felt more comfortable with me compared to my friends. She was afraid that if I knew the truth, I wouldn't have considered being with her in the first place, which that's fair.
Understandable, but I think often people hide behind the I didn't want to hurt you, so I'm not going to tell you information.
But
because like this is not what happened in this, but a lot of like we've read a lot of cheating stories, and it's like, hey, I didn't want to tell you that I cheated because I didn't want to hurt you. What that really means is like there's cognitive dissonance between what I've done and what I want to do, and so I don't want to tell you because maybe you're not like proud of an action. I think being upfront with information with a partner as soon as possible is like the best way to make healthy relationships.
Facts.
Although I do admit that that is a hard thing to say.
They were 18 when they started.
Exactly.
That's why that there's no way she could have ever said that.
I remember you stating like they're 18.
Yeah.
It's that young. It's like
you
there's
don't
no
know
way
how to navigate
that you could
like
possibly navigate that with tact.
To
at
her
that
defense
age.
as well, is like she wasn't seen like when she met OP, she wasn't seen like what all the other guys were calling her or what.
Those guys.
Yeah, she didn't
suck.
know that.
Those guys suck.
And then as soon as they started dating, it was college happened. So those guys weren't even really in the circle. It was like he stayed in that town with her and his mom, and then his friends were all off at university.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were even around all the time for her to be like, hey, by the way, just want to get this out there.
Right.
Like we hooked up or whatever.
So like what you're saying is like that rule of if you have a relationship history with someone, you tell your partner. They weren't active in that.
Right, like they weren't around. So it's like you wouldn't tell your
now.
partner like, hey, so here's the entire list of everybody that I've ever been with, like with no context.
I think it's like you only say it if it becomes relevant.
Yeah, and as an adult too, it's like once you get into your 20s and you really like understand like being an adult.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a lot easier too to like bring up information like this and not feel like, oh no,
weird
like,
about
what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, are they going to think differently of me? It's like once you get a certain age, it's like, come on.
Relationships, like,
hello,
we're adults here.
But let's continue.
And also, right now, I'm looking at 33 votes that say you should give context.
Yeah.
So saying she should give context, but also I think we give grace for someone who's 18.
Right.
That, doesn't
As a fully formed adult, I completely agree with this poll.
Yeah.
Anyways. My girlfriend thought that I was going to think of her as a sleut, which I absolutely would have never done. It was obvious that she felt guilty, but I told her that she didn't do anything wrong, that her past was her business, and that I still love her very much. I'm not mad at my girlfriend. Why should I be mad? She didn't do anything wrong. Her past is hers, and it's none of my business. Who she sleeps with is none of my concern. My feelings towards her haven't changed. I love her with all my heart, and I always will. I'm mad at my so-called friends because one being they're taking all of this as a joke, speaking of my girlfriend awfully, and the other being is that this all started as a little joke between them. And they didn't have good intentions when they introduced me to my girlfriend. They simply passed her to me, quote, thinking I was going to treat her like a piece of meat. Yeah, these are great friends that you shouldn't have.
They suck.
I'm just shocked. That's what I am. This whole thing has been mentally stressing me out, and I wish I didn't know about it. I love my girlfriend, but I'll admit the thought of her with my friends hurts me. Which is why she probably wouldn't want to say that when she was 18.
But I think it's also like not the thought of her with your friends. I think it's the friends like creating this image of your girlfriend.
They spun this narrative in your head.
Yeah, like they are the problem, and I think if you remove them, then they won't be like creating this image of your girlfriend that you don't like.
They didn't have that. Yeah, like because these friends weren't so into their lives until now. Where he's like, I might propose to her, guys.
Yeah.
Like, whoa,
like,
the joke's gone way too far.
Yeah, it's like they didn't tell him about the joke for 4 years. These people suck.
Yeah, dude. These guys aren't your friends.
Yeah, I don't think you're really the friend, dude. I think you're the outskirt friend there. I've cut all contact with my friends these past couple of days, and I've been ignoring their calls and texts. There are a ton of them. I just don't know what to do. I really don't. I mean, it sounds like you've done exactly what you needed to do already.
Yeah. Jan Marie calling says OP is such a green flag guy, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
Green, super green.
And also, he's super young, too. I mean, like 22 to be having this.
Now,
many,
I guess, what, 24?
24? Okay, I guess that you should have learned these green flags by now. But,
No, I mean, now, like in today, in the story. In the story, he's 22.
Yeah, that's like just out of college. I feel like he's doing good.
So, although the thought of my girlfriend immediately having the spicy sleep with my friends kind of bugs me because me and her took it slow. Maybe she did care about me compared to my friends and didn't want to hop straight into the spicy sleep. I would assume that that's what that is.
That's true. Yeah.
I also think this because even my friend said that she didn't act slutty towards me. She actually cared about me. You see, these are the stupid thoughts I'm getting in my head and I hate it. I'm personally still going to propose to my girlfriend. I am not leaving her, and I plan to cut contact with my friends and simply focus on my future. If any of you have any advice to share, I'd greatly appreciate it, and I definitely need to relax my mind, that's for sure. Oh my God, there's an update.
Oh!
All right, let's roll straight into it.
I mean, really quick, I think he should do exactly what he's been doing.
He's doing everything right.
Doing it 100% right.
Everything is correct.
Also, if you want to join our Discord, it's discord.gg/okstorytime.
Update and info number 1, which means there might be more than one update here.
Ooh.
Hey everyone, hope you're all doing really great. I'll be posting more updates here, so I hope you all stick around. I wanted to say, wow. It's been absolutely interesting to see how different all of your opinions are on this situation. I want to thank all of you. Many of your comments really helped me greatly, and I appreciate so much. You're all insanely amazing people. If I could invite you all to the wedding, I absolutely would. It'd be amazing to have you all there. My girlfriend and I are doing well. She's still quite upset about what the friends did, but that's perfectly understandable. I've been comforting her, letting her know I'm not going anywhere and that I won't be breaking up with her at all. I love her with all my heart, and I've been letting her know that constantly during all of this.
Let's go.
I want her to feel the love and appreciation because her past being brought up suddenly definitely gave her a shock. I want her to feel loved, and that's exactly what I'm doing. My friends are still trying to contact me, but they've also tried contacting my girlfriend. She has no plans to speak to them, which she definitely shouldn't because those guys don't deserve to speak to your girlfriend, even though that she's actually cut contact with them when they left to college. I hadn't opened my messages, and she hasn't opened hers. There's something I do want to quickly talk about, though. I saw a few comments that said my girlfriend may have slept with my friends while being with me, which I don't think that's the case.
Well,
I think it's very clear that she didn't do that.
Your girlfriend and your friend said that wasn't true.
Yeah. So don't listen to those comments. I want to start by saying my girlfriend actually removed all of them from her social media when they left for college. And her reason for removing them was because she didn't see them as friends anymore. I didn't push her for more explanations. I just left it at that. Every time I went to visit my friends in the other cities, she'll never go with me. She never wanted to. She simply didn't want to hang out with them. She'll always stay with her mother for the weekend when I'll leave to go visit. Again, I never pushed for explanations. She simply told me that she didn't want to hang out with them and that they all drifted apart since high school. I understood that as we all tend to drift apart from friends that we had in high school.
Guy is most understanding boyfriend ever.
That was super understanding.
I love that.
And I think it's probably, if I can put a little theory out there, it's probably just theory. Like sometimes we have chapters and periods of our lives that we don't like and we want to forget and we want to just put behind us. And I think those people are clearly a fixed point in her life that she has moved past and wants nothing to do with anymore. So she's just not, she cut those people off. She's moved on. She met you, has a very real, loving, really involved
asked.
Relationship.
He never asked. So it's like, it's not like she was like explicitly hiding anything.
And the best part about this is usually when we read these stories, they're like blinded by love. No, this is like, yes, he's in love with his girlfriend or fiance or not, or going to be soon be fiance.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's blinded by it. He's like, no, this is the realization. They suck. Her past is her past. That's it.
Indeed.
Yeah, I feel like these are all really healthy realizations.
This is all very healthy. It's not like, tunnel vision on her. Like, no, she's the one and that's it. It's like, no, I love her for who she is. She loves me.
Yeah, because I feel like in stories we've read, dude, shout out this guy.
True love.
Shout out this guy.
All right.
Was your first love your true love?
Huh?
Was your first love your true love?
Oh, probably.
Oh.
Did you?
I could be your true love. Anyway, of course, now we all know the truth why she did not want to be near them. Also, for the people that are telling me why she didn't tell me the truth, you really think it could be that easy for her? That's what I was saying. I can understand completely why she didn't tell me, and I 100% understand. She didn't tell me because she was worried that I would immediately judge her and that I'll immediately see her as a sleut. She wanted me to get to know the real her, and I absolutely understand that. She didn't want to just have the spicy sleep with me. She wanted something real, and that's why she didn't tell. I see comments asking why I was even friends with those guys, and it's actually an interesting little story. My parents are friends with all of their parents. Bro, that's not interesting. That's basically how every friendship starts when you're 5 years old. It's actually your parents who are friends.
Keep reading.
Okay, sorry. They all went to school together as well when they were younger, and in fact, the same high school that we went to, all of our parents went to the same school. The only reason I became friends with those guys was because all of our parents still kept in contact, so they brought us together. Not funny. That's how we met. We met very little at barbecues and parties and stayed close friends for all of these years. Okay, update number 2.
Hopefully this one's interesting and
We're
funny.
gonna roll into this update.
Hit it. Do it. Go.
Hey there! Hope you're all doing great. Tomorrow, my girlfriend and I will be speaking to my parents, and there's some things we need to let them know. As I said on my previous update, my parents are friends with my ex-friend's parents, so we plan to tell my parents the situation before my friends try to twist the story in any way. I have 100% cut contact with my, quote, friends. I don't need them in my life. Eventually, my parents will ask why I haven't met with them, so it's best to be straightforward. My girlfriend is absolutely comfortable with speaking to my parents, especially since they treat her like family. Hopefully, everything goes well. I'll be posting more updates soon. It's almost night here, so I won't be posting it until tomorrow. Hopefully, you stick around as many of you want updates, and I don't want to leave all of you hanging. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the third update. I'll be posting an update. I'll be posting update 3 very soon. Bro, you just posted it, brother. I'm sorry I couldn't post it yesterday. I got a little busy. So much has happened since the last time I updated. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's the real update. Sorry for the wait. This weekend got a little busy. So I'll be using fake names from here on out so I don't have to constantly say my girlfriend and I. And here's the rest of the update. Okay, Sarah and I. We got another Sarah. Sarah and I decided to speak to my parents about everything that has happened. I saw a few comments saying it isn't a good idea to tell my parents, but we believed it was the right thing to do. We're both worried my ex-friends would try to change up the story, so we decided to approach my parents about it. Like I said on my post, my parents treat my girlfriend like family, especially my dad, who's very protective of her. Wow! It went pretty well. Telling them went way better than we expected. We both were super nervous to even bring it up, but my parents were very supportive and listened to what we had to say. Sarah didn't go into much personal detail, and she said that she had a history with my ex-friends that she wasn't proud of. My parents aren't dumb. They definitely understood what she meant, but didn't pressure her to say anything that she didn't want to. And by the way, I'm going to pressure all of you right now to always join us live on YouTube every weekday at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap our profile.
Tap it.
We told them that we were worried about my ex-friends saying anything first and possibly changing up the story to make Sarah look bad. It's the 4th time that you've said that. Sorry. My parents really appreciated that we spoke to them about this because they knew something like this would be tough to talk about. My dad, of course, was in protective mode, asking Sarah if she was hurt physically, and she insisted to him that she was okay. My dad works with one of the dads of my ex-friends, so I told him not to bring anything up right now. I did tell him to be on the lookout if any of my ex-friends' dads ended up mentioning anything. That'll show us my friends actually did bring it up already. My dad said that he'll definitely be looking out if he hears anything, and he's very supportive about all of this. Eventually, we want my friends' parents to know about the situation if things get messy, but we're all a little worried on how they'll react. I agree. Stop telling them all this story. Just move on.
I don't think you even needed to tell your parents. Like,
I mean, maybe tell the parents if they're gonna hear because you don't want the parents to now think weirdly about your wife,
sure,
or your fiance.
No, it's just we don't need to talk about it anymore.
Because who knows what these absolute knuckle-dragging troglodytes are going to say
they're
about
not part of your life.
They're not part of your life.
They're not, but they will be if the drama makes its way into your parents' heads. Your parents are the only ones I think need to know.
Sure,
all the other people don't. You don't need to worry about them.
Maybe, but I
just
definitely agree that you don't need to get this story. It's almost like you're putting out
we need to set the record straight
story.
It's no, you don't.
To the whole world.
Yeah, it's almost like you've updated 4 times.
Dude, at this
thank
point,
you for
just
this story,
put
by the way.
your real names in there, and then just send it to all of your parents.
Yeah, you should.
friends.
Yeah, with social security numbers.
Yeah.
So overall, all of this went very great, and it made me, and especially Sarah, very comfortable and more relaxed. And that's the end of the story. No marriage.
What?
No marriage confirmation, no nothing. That's the end of the story.
Should I
Wait.
look it up?
Yeah, let's look it up.
Yeah, find out.
Yeah, go to their. Oh, wait, was this the throwaway account though?
It might have been, yeah.
I think it was a throwaway
I don't
account.
think we're going to find out, but
Dang.
from the sound of it, I would bet you that they did get married for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean they sounded super happy.
And they, it makes sense that they're trying to maybe do a little too much because of everything that happened with the high school friends and like how far back that friendship goes. But it's like, dude, these people tried to like they tried to play a joke on you, and then it turned into a joke
Yeah,
on them in that you ended up in a beautiful, loving relationship.
They're
and now
the
they're like,
worst
oh,
friends in existence.
Actually-
They deserve to be cut off entirely. No
Yeah,
contact
actually-
for sure.
black hole for these people.
Black hole.
Well, no,
Spaghetti?
you know what? No, it takes a special kind of demon to deserve getting thrown into the black hole. So I think Oort Cloud for these guys. Oort Cloud for these
Or
friends.
cloud kind of sounds like a little peaceful.
See, now you'd think that, but that's the devious little twist on the Oort Cloud is that it starts peaceful and then it turns into unending like mental anguish and agony over what they have done.
Because, but are you getting? You're not getting hit by debris
The
that much.
Oort Cloud is worse than the sun. That's what I would say.
Well, because the sun, you're like burning up.
You get to
pretty-
burn up and
yeah.
like you're toast.
Yeah.
Oort Cloud is you float forever and you deal with
But why don't
the
you
weight
just
and the
why
burden of
put
what
them in
you've
the
done.
Oort cloud? Why not just put them in like the depths of space?
Well, that's you got to go through the Oort Cloud to get there.
Yeah, but that's like it's like a passage through. Like just put them in the depths of space because the
So
Oort
I mean,
cloud.
Oort Cloud is just a more fun way to say
Listen,
deep
you
space.
Oort clouds there.
Because
so
I like the word Oort.
I found the account.
Oort.
He literally said, "I'll post an update," and it's been 2 years. And there's comments. They're like, "Are you okay, buddy? Where's the update?"
You know what he
No
probably
update.
decided? He was probably like, I don't need to get on Reddit ever again.